Is there a self? Is there not a self? Or, is it not, self? Correct understanding of the not-self doctrine is not only essential for understanding the practice of Buddhism, but it also makes much easier the path to enlightenment. The not-self doctrine reveals the nature of your mind, and of human reality. Although many interpret this doctrine as meaning that there is no being or person that truly exists, this has been a source of controversy from the very beginning of Buddhism. Mainly because the Buddha never said that there is no self. Indeed, if there is no real existing individual, then there is also no being that becomes enlightened. A no-self doctrine is simply contradictory. Here you will see why. The not-self doctrine was the second discourse expounded by the Buddha after his enlightenment. It is this revelation that clearly distinguishes Buddhism from other religious ideologies. Not-self is the translation of the word anatta in Pali. It is related to anatman, the term used by the Mahayana tradition to express emptiness, or sunyata. The main idea of the doctrine is that, once everything is seen as impermanent, and not a true self, then the mind lets go of all cravings, and realizes the true happiness of enlightenment. The confusion lies in understanding of what the self is. To understand what the self is, we first have to look at what consciousness is. According to the philosopher, Edmund Husserl, consciousness is always a consciousness of something. This means that we can only be conscious of the objects of our consciousness. Everything that we can possibly know, everything that we can be aware of, is an object of consciousness. However, we cannot be aware of our own consciousness as an object of consciousness. In the same way that an eye cannot see itself, seeing. This means that, everything that we know, everything that we can be conscious of, as an object, is not what we are. Is not our true self. As the famous philosopher, Jean-Paul Sartre, explains, consciousness is a nothingness. It is not anything that we can be conscious of, objectively. But it is not nothing. This is also what the Buddha expressed by not-self. Consciousness is a pure awareness of existence, which knows itself in the act of existing. To put it simply, it is like a bright lamp, that illuminates the world of things, but it cannot illuminate itself. The self that we are aware of, as a person, is someone we create out of our life experiences. This is the mundane self, the self that is impermanent, that is always changing, and not a true individuality. The not-self doctrine reveals the true self in the negative, or as a negation. Thus it says, form, or physical existence, is not self. Feelings, or sensations, is not self. Perceptions of what things are, is not self. Mental formations, such as thoughts, memories, or emotions, are also not self. And finally, the Buddha said, consciousness, is not self. But here is the problem, because you can let go, or move your attention away, from your body, your sensations, your perceptions, your thoughts and emotions. But you cannot let go, or move your attention away from your consciousness. This is because consciousness, or pure awareness, is what you are. That your consciousness, is always a consciousness of something, also means that consciousness is an individual point of view. It cannot be other than an individual point of view. When you focus your awareness on something, this is attention, or mindfulness. Your awareness is a singular, non-changing, point of view. It must exist outside of time, so that it can gather all experiences into a single sense of being. This pure awareness is the true self, a true individuality. Your personality is the mundane self that changes with your experiences and time. The idea that there is no self, but only a series of experiences, is not reality. For in that case, you would need another self to connect all experiences, and as a result, an infinite series of selves. That which knows that all the parts of a chariot come together to form the chariot, cannot be part of the chariot. The not-self doctrine points to a pure awareness, that cannot be known as an object or idea. That is why the Buddha never asserted, nor denied, the existence of a true self. As this would turn it into another idea, and so eclipse the realization of the true self, or the pure awareness. All this you can confirm, by observing your own mind. This understanding of the not-self doctrine is in accordance with all the suttas, and teachings of Buddhism, without the contradictions of a no-self doctrine. Here we understand consciousness as not being anything, as a nothingness, and therefore, as empty of everything, and yet being an individual point of view. And the mundane self, as that which is impermanent, and the source of suffering. Since consciousness is empty of everything, and everything that is known to exist is a conscious experience, then everything that is known to exist is empty as well. The philosopher, Immanuel Kant, explains that all that we know are the mental representations of the physical world, but never the true things in themselves. This is the emptiness of everything. This is sunyata. The not-self doctrine points to the reality of human existence, as a pure awareness. The practice of Buddhism, through mindfulness and meditation, is the path. The realization of your pure awareness, liberated from everything that you are not. This is enlightenment.